All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Terry Jones is suing Carl Hampton in the amount of $4,300. Mr. Jones claims Mr. Hampton recommended a worker to remove dangerous black mold from his bathroom and says the defendant should pay since the job was not finished.
Oh, I understand that this is a dispute about a job that involved some remodeling, and that was triggered because of a mold, of you discovering mold. I read in the complaint also that that you were particularly concerned because you have a child who has some issues with allergies.
Yes, Your Honor. My child is a 4-year-old son named Joey. He has seasonal allergy, so any mold can be a serious threat to his breathing.
All right, so tell me what happened. And you are suing Carl for some $4,300.
That's correct.
Tell me what happened. Tell me about the relationship, and I particularly want to know how you all connected.
This whole situation started when I was shaving. I started noticing a smell. Kept getting persistently worse over the next few days. And I went to check in the caulking, noticed mold, tore some of the caulking off, and noticed extensive mold damage in the bathroom under the tiles. First person I thought of was Mr. Hampton. He had done 2 previous home construction jobs for me before, did a great job. Gave him a call. He said he'd come over and take a look at the damage, which he did the next day.
All right. I guess there was some urgency about this given the fact that he has a 4-year-old child.
Yes. Yes,
and the exposure. And I am hypersensitive to this because I have significant allergies, and including mold.
Yes.
And I have children who have allergies, so I get it. So the responsible thing is that he calls you. He's been complimentary of you, that you've worked for him before, and the things have gone extremely well.
Yes.
So of course he's going to call you.
Yes, he did.
And you responded, and what happened?
I went over to look, and it was definitely mold. So, you know, I wanted to solve this for him. I would have loved to have done it myself, but I wasn't able to. I had this big job to do, but I recommended a guy who's like the tile guy.
Okay, so you recommended somebody who's a tile guy. There are pictures, though, I understand, of what was going on with the mold issue so that I can have a better understanding of, you know, when Carl responded, what you found, what you were looking at, all right? Oh, my. I mean, we're really, this is oh, goodness. So now you say, listen, I'm busy. I would be happy to do this, but I know someone who's an excellent tile person. So what happens from that point?
Okay, from that point, he agreed to it. That we would, that I recommended Ernie. His name was Ernie.
Ernie?
Yes, and.
So initially, you came over to my house, though, to estimate the damage.
That's true.
And we had a conversation. We both agreed upon.
Yeah, agreed upon that, and we believed that it would be about $1,000, and all of that would have to be repaired because it's mold. It went deep, you know, into that whole area.
So even though you've torn out this part to expose it, we really don't know what else is underneath the tile.
Exactly.
And if you have that much in that area, it is very likely that the mold is even more extensive.
Correct.
Right? That's what we're looking at.
Correct.
That's correct.
Then Ernie went over and started work. So
the estimate was 1,000.
The estimate was 1,000.
And so we're talking about taking all the tile out right there around the bathtub?
Yes, yes. Okay. It was a good estimate because he was a customer before. I always want to be fair, and I've done, I don't know, hundreds of those probably over the 24 years.
I was going to say, that seems like a very reasonable estimate.
Yeah.
I mean, you would agree, Terry, that $1,000
It's something we both agreed upon. Mr.
Yeah.
Hampton, he said it was a cut and dry. He's done it, like he said, he's done it a whole bunch of times. $1,000 shouldn't take more than 3 days. So we set it out for 3 days and scheduled it.
How did this all go south and off the rails?
Well, we were. Ernie, after that day, he came back and looked at it and said, "What have you done here?" But in the meantime, because he wasn't satisfied with that start of the work, in the meantime, Ernie was taken off the streets by ICE. I had we had a mutual friend that said that's what happened to him.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
The progress is nowhere near where I expected it to be for the first day of work.
It wasn't completed.
And it looked worse. There's more cracks on the tile there.
Yeah.
It looks like it spread and it just looks like nothing was accomplished, but it got worse.
And later,
So she's going to get a chance to fly to California, to
And I
Los
was very
Angeles.
proud of her, very proud of my granddaughter.
And you should be. I mean, she's won this competition and now she has an opportunity to be in California. This is wonderful.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Terry Jones, who is suing Carl Hampton for property damage.
Ernie wasn't able to finish the job for him. So, it's my reputation too on the line, but again, no contract was ever signed.
So Ernie left with the money? I mean, obviously it was involuntarily because we're saying that he was picked up by ICE.
Yes.
But had he been paid?
I paid him, he took the money, he took digital wire to me, and then I paid Ernie in cash.
Okay,
Because
so you wire Carl the money,
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right,
I
and how
have
much did
receipts
you
to prove
wire
it.
him?
$1,000,
$1,000,
which was understood he was going to deliver that to Ernie. by
and
him.
then you in turn delivered that to Ernie.
And that's when he started working.
He started working, but he was not able to finish the work.
Right.
Because we
Correct.
really believe that he was detained by ICE.
Yes.
So now what happens?
Now, he called, well,
I get on the phone right away with you. First person I call, I said, first of all, it seems like the guy you recommended just walked off the job because I get home from work. The progress is nowhere near where I expected it to be for
It
that
wasn't-
first day of work.
it wasn't completed
And it looked
yet.
worse. There's more cracks on the tile there.
Yeah.
It looks like it spread and it just looks like nothing was accomplished, but it got worse. So I called.
it
Mr.
was going to
Hampton
get a
right
lot
away.
worse than that too, because he was going to have to do the whole wall.
But I'm trying to understand how we got from $1,000 that you paid him, who in turn paid Ernie, to $4,300.
Okay, I can explain that.
Please.
Okay. Being that it's unsafe, for the first day, I got a hotel, right? Me and my son got out of there, got a hotel. It's not safe to breathe, right? I got on the phone with the nearest contractor I could. I needed to move fast.
He got angry.
So I got another contractor. I
Yeah.
gave him a chance. He didn't come through.
He got angry.
Well, wait a minute.
I did get angry.
But he couldn't come through because he had
said-
a project that he told you he had.
And I can't get a hold of Ernie. So
And you can't find Ernie. But
And-
so how did it jump from $1,000 to now you're suing Carl for $4,300?
the new contractor that came in said this job was severely underbid.
That's
That's what he
completely
said.
ridiculous.
He said it should-
24
he said
years
that-
I've been doing this.
He said Ernie caused more damage on the surrounding tiles.
But
He
you
did.
had to take the
There
tiles
are-
down anyway, though.
He had to be taken down. They had to be.
I mean, the fact
We-
that they're cracked is irrelevant because you're going to have to take all the tiles down
Exactly.
anyway.
Exactly.
Yes?
These are not just standard. You can't get these anywhere. These tiles.
They're Art
These are Art
Deco.
Deco tiles. They're a little bit more pricey.
But you're going to have to take them down, though. Whether
I
the
didn't
new
in-
contractor
From-
or whether Ernie took them down.
Your Honor, from the discussion we had, I didn't think we were going to have to take the entire wall down.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
thought there was going to
That's-
about a
that's-
half section of the wall.
Come on, talk to me, Carl. What was gonna have to
Yeah,
happen?
no, I mean, it's mold. Mold goes through everything. It can go. It can be. They could probably breathe it in the kitchen. So of course it has to all be taken down. And the estimate I gave you, as I said, was a very fair estimate. And again, I never swung the hammer, so I don't have a signed contract from you, and yet you're bringing me to court to ruin my reputation? It makes no sense. You should be suing the guy who overpriced that job, and then maybe you should sue ICE for taking Ernie
You still
off
made
the
off
street.
with $1,000 either way. I had to do the job, and I had to do it quick.
I agree,
You understand
and
my
I
son?
cared about your son too.
There's no question that we needed to have a solution to this. We have a young child who is allergic, and mold can be very dangerous. But Mr. Jones, I am not going to require Mr. Hampton in this situation, under these facts, to pay $4,300. I am going to hold him responsible, though, because technically, Mr. Hampton, you were the contractor and Ernie was the sub. That you took the money from him. You know, and I know why you did it, because you needed to do it quickly, but the law says that you were paid. Then you paid a subcontractor, who was Ernie, and it's very unfortunate that he was not able to finish the job.
Yeah.
And the law requires me to hold you responsible for that $1,000. And so for that reason, I am going to enter judgment for the plaintiff, Mr. Hampton, in this case, for Mr. Jones, in the amount of $1,000 because of the nature and the payment. If he had paid Ernie based on your recommendation, I would say it's unfortunate, no worries. I hope you understand my ruling. Judgment in the amount of $1,000 for the reasons that I've so stated will stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,000.
Any final words or comments for each other?
I'm just disappointed.
I'm just glad this is over.
No.
Just got the information, documents.
Coming up,
If she was decent and called up and maybe said, hey, Mom, Mary, can you help us out with a couple of $100? I would have said sure. But to take me to court, this is like insane.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Susan Fisch is suing Mary Fisch in the amount of $1,000. Ms. Fisch claims her daughter missed out on an important singing competition and says her ex-mother-in-law is to blame for infecting the teen with strep throat.
Hi, so both of you have the same last name. I'm going to refer to you as Susan and Mary. You are suing your former mother-in-law. You and your husband have been divorced, but as I understand it, you co-parent a lovely daughter. Is
Yes,
that
Your
correct? But this is your ex-husband's mother,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're suing her for $1,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what's happening? Why are you suing your former mother-in-law?
Well, as it stands at the moment, my ex-husband's daughter and I, we agreed to go to Los Angeles. She won a singing competition and got the chance to fly to Los Angeles and perform in front of an audience.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
12 years old, okay. And she won a local competition as well?
She won a local contest and got the chance to go and perform with her fellow singers in a big performance in Los Angeles.
And where are you all located?
We're in Boston.
Okay, so Boston, so she's going to get a chance to fly to California, to
And
Los
I was
Angeles.
very proud of her, very proud of my granddaughter.
And you should be. I mean, she's won this competition and now she has an opportunity to be in California. This is wonderful.
Right.
Are you there? Did you come and visit her before she left?
My son, Greg, her ex-husband, told me about it, and I asked him permission. I said, oh, can I come the day before she leaves to wish her good luck? And he said, of course, Mom.
Coming up,
Her performance
All right,
is
enough.
absolutely insane.
Enough.
she
I was not coughing like that.
Yes,
Once in a
you
while I
were.
get... No, I wasn't. Your Honor, I don't sleep well at night.
Were you coughing?
No.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Susan Fisch who is suing her ex-mother-in-law, Mary Fisch, for travel expenses.
Your daughter was going to this competition, so why are you suing your ex-mother-in-law?
So the day that they came over, I noticed that she was pretty much hacking up a lung.
What do you mean, hacking up?
Your Honor, this one deserves an Oscar for her performance.
All right,
It's
enough.
absolutely insane.
Enough.
So she
I was
coughing?
not coughing like that.
Yes,
Once in a
you
while I
were.
get. No, I wasn't. Your Honor, I don't sleep well at night.
Were you coughing?
No. I
Were
have
you coughing it all that day?
a little
Yes,
bit,
she
but
was.
it's
Wait a
very,
minute now,
very
let's-
mild, very mild. I have sleep apnea. Sometimes I don't get enough sleep, so in the daytime I might need a breath and go like that.
Okay, so now we're in court because something happened. What happened, Susan?
So my ex-husband Greg phoned 2 days after our daughter left for LA and said, my mother has been diagnosed with strep throat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but Your Honor, I didn't know that before. And not only that, my doctor said that it's going around. Now their football team and my granddaughter came to visit where I lived, and that whole school has strep throat. It doesn't mean I gave it to my granddaughter.
So you get the call, your daughter's sick, so what happens?
So the trip chaperone says that I must come out there as the legal guardian and, come and retrieve her. So I went out of my own pocket. I bought another plane ticket.
And that's the $1,000 we're talking
Yes,
about?
ma'am. And I flew myself out there to go pick up our daughter, and we flew home together.
And so you're suing her for the plane ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes.
Honor, I want to say something. First of all, I've flown a lot of times in my life. Her daughter had a return ticket. The airline, with her daughter being ill, would have not charged the whole price for my granddaughter to come back to Boston. That's number one. And number two, if she was decent and called up and maybe said, hey, Mom, Mary, can you help us out with a couple of $100? I would have said sure. But to take me to court, this is like insane.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
She never
Who's-
got to perform.
That wasn't my fault. I got the illness. It was diagnosed 2 days after I was at their house that I had strep. I was not sick the day that I went to visit. I wasn't feeling well the next day.
Well, I would hope that there could be some mending of this, right? Am I going to grant her the $1,000? No, I'm not. She says you were coughing and coughing, and you may have given your granddaughter strep, certainly not intentionally. However, having said that, I do think it's generous on your part to throw some money in here. So I think that this ought to be split somehow in thirds. And so I'm ordering you, just round it up, $350 to put in toward this ticket because she did have to go and get her daughter. Nothing further, we'll stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $350.
Any final words or comments for each other?
No.
No, sorry we couldn't work it out without coming to court.
Okay, gather all your documents.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.